let's move on to the next portion of this video. And most of you are probably aware of this, but there's quite a few that are brand new to long-range shooting, and they might not have any idea how this even gets tackled. So basically, the way people classically do this in the long-range shooting world is they have a ballistic table or a ballistic chart like this one I have here. And I'm just going to use a 308 Winchester with a typical 168 grain Bowtail Hollow Point Match King as kind of a reference here. But this first system I'm going to show you is really the way most of the long-range shooting world operates. And what they do is basically you get your rifle and you select a load and projectile that's going to be have good long-range efficiency and real good inherent accuracy. And what most guys do is they take the rifle out to the range and you zero it at like 100 meters. And you just dial in your scope. You don't pay any attention to the numbers. Just crank on your turrets until you get your impact to be exactly dead on at 100 meters. Once they confirmed consistent impact right on the bullseye at that range, what they do is you take your Allen wrench or your tool, whatever kind of, it depends on which optic you're using, but there's little Allen screws usually on the turret cap. Now that external turret cap is really just a cap. The actual mechanism is on the inside of that. And that cap is basically a numbered protector that turns the real turret adjustment on the inside. And you loosen up. You don't want to turn the dial, but you loosen up them Allen screws, which are basically holding that cap tight to the actual turret screw, the adjustment in there, okay? And you loosen those up so that it's not connected to your internal adjustments. Then you do it, they call it slipping the scales. And you basically just turn that turret and put it on 0. So you have all those different numbers that repeat going around the turret. You want to put that to where the 0 lines up with the hash mark, okay? And hopefully you have all your screws loose so that when you turn it, it's not clicking. If it's clicking on the internal mechanism, you didn't loosen your screw up enough, and then you have to re-zero it and then do it over. But basically, you just get that thing zeroed, matched up with the hash mark, and then you retighten your Allen screws without screwing it up. And hopefully, and you do that for both your windage and your elevation knobs. That's how a target scope basically works for those of you who might not be familiar with